in response, I'm trying to finish up lunch.
It's zesty.
I'm doing some hot wings. It's gonna be hot. Talking about modern today.
Yeah.
Talking about
Max Opal.
yeah, Star City Games Indy was this weekend, and after day one, so many people freaked out about Cheerios.
Burn it, the steak. Burn it.
Burn it! My mouth.
Which one?
Look,
It's hot.
people were panicking because Cheerios plus SRAM, which we're heavily invested into.
It's got a good burn to it.
We're heavily invested into SRAM.
I love the card.
People were freaking out because it was pulling off turn 2 combos to win.
Yep.
And
sorry, it's a fringy deck.
so they
It
started.
represents 0% of the meta.
The immediate response was ban Mox Opal. Honestly, we're not so gripey about those specific arguments. We're gripey about the overarching thing of
Ban it.
this thing is good,
I can't.
ban it.
We're gonna get into it today.
We're gonna talk about that Banhammer and how
Everyone wants to swing it when really it should only be Thor.
ready to get going.
I'm ready, man.
My mouth is on fire.
Let's do this.
Let's go. My mouth is on fire.
My mouth is on fire.
Guys, welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel, our magic.
This is Joel.
He's Jake.
I'm Jake.
Oh my gosh, my mouth is still on fire.
You shouldn't have eaten that.
I'm
You should not have.
dying. Talk about it. Talk about it.
We are going to talk today about something that happened during this tournament, and it involves a card that we're very closely vested in.
Senior.
SRAM Senior Edificer. I've bought a lot of copies of the card. I really expected it to go.
Tell him how many copies.
To go SRAM.
Tell him how many copies. To go ham.
I wanted to go SRAM. I went SRAM on buying SRAM.
How many copies?
I have 100. I have 100 non-foil copies, and I have like 20 foil copies.
This is good.
Promos, and whatever.
He wants this card to
But
get
here's
you
the
well.
thing, and the card is, the card did appear in this tournament. There were a couple people playing pure steel.
It made day 2.
It made day 2.
Yeah.
It did make day 2.
One copy of the deck made day 2.
But here's the problem, along with like a couple other random like blue-red gifts
Yeah, fringy.
and
Yeah,
some other stuff.
super fringy stuff.
Storm was actually there. I'm annoyed because, yes, pure steel combo, and if you don't know the deck, what it is it's pure steel paladin and it's SRAM Senior Edificer.
Right.
It plays a bunch of zero-cost equipments like bone saws, Cathar shields, a quarter shields, the one that gives it reach or whatever. Essentially, what
No
you do,
cost
it
artifacts.
plays for Retract, which is the 1 blue from Dark Steel, return all artifacts you control to their owner's hand or something.
their owner's hand.
What the deck does is it runs 1 grape shot, much like Storm would run, or eggs if you knew that deck from back in the day. And you just play a bunch of zero costs. You play Retract, you return them to your hand, you continue playing off of SRAM Senior Edificer and Pure Steel Paladin, you just draw cards off of those cards, and then eventually you Noxious Revival to make sure you have another Retract on top of your deck, and you just continue playing. It's called Cheerios because all the cards cost 0 cost.
Right.
This deck...
I mean, the deck is roses are red, violets are blue, grape shot for 20, go to game 2.
That's it.
That is the deck.
That's it. And yes, the deck does combo off on turn 2, and it can combo, very likely on turn 3. And people were like, this is insane. Yeah, the deck does play 4 Mox Opal, which is the main point here.
Which is the thing.
Because Mox Opal also played in Affinity,
right,
and a number of other small...
But it turns it on in a major way, too.
Right, it turns the deck on in a major way because you're also able to cast everything off of Mox Opal, then return Mox Opal, play it again, you're able to tap it again. So, people were like, this is it. This is the reason to ban Mox Opal. And it's ludicrous because you know, it's just like, how far do we go? This deck is new. It's great that there's another card that's come out, SRAM Senior Edificer, that turns on Pure Steel Paladin.
Right.
That's important if this deck wants to have any kind of life. You know, it's like, if we ban Mox Opal, not only is like, okay, it's silly because it ends up hurting Affinity, which represents like only 5% of the modern meta. And people are like, well, there shouldn't be a Mox in Modern anyway. It's like, well, it's a pretty restrictive Mox.
Yeah.
You have to play it in an artifact-heavy deck or else you don't get to play it. It's not like
it's really,
there's a Mox.
It's mostly about the, like, knee-jerk response, which is, let's
like,
ban it.
Okay, guys, here's something important to think about. SRAM, Senior Edificer, Pure Steel Paladin, what do they die to? Everything. Fatal Push. Lightning Bolt.
Everything.
Shit, Burst Lightning.
Everything.
This is a deck where if you pick it apart, if you pick apart its engine, it's nothing. It's just terrible.
So the point is, it's just silly to us.
Yeah.
To
It's like
react with ban.
it's a witch hunt.
Ban. It's a turn 2 win. Ban.
But is everyone happy when, you know,
People are gonna figure out turn 2 wins.
Or why not something to...
And it's not like it's standard where there's not an entire field of answers.
Yeah.
If there's a turn 2 win in standard, if Saheeli Cat had been a turn 2, you could somehow pull it off on turn 2, we would have seen a ban for it.
Oh, immediately.
Immediately.
Modern has a very diverse meta. And that's one of the best things about Modern, but it's also one of the worst things about Modern, too.
Let me disagree a little bit and go kind of diverse meta. If we're only looking at SCG Indy, almost 50% of the decks in the top 32, no, that's an exaggeration. Almost 40% of the decks in SCG Indy were Death Shadow.
Yeah, I mean that's something to think about as well. You know, it's
I'm not disagreeing just to be a dick. I'm just saying, like, there's gonna be good decks and there's gonna be bad decks.
Modern is a difficult format to predict. In this format, you can go to a tournament and you can say, I am going to work my ass off to make sure that I beat Death Shadow today.
Like, I don't lose to Death Shadow.
Right.
Because I'm sure that 40 or 50% of the meta, we're looking at Death Shadow.
But then you go there and you don't play Death Shadow that day. You, for some reason, go against Burn game 1 and they just 2-0 you. And then, for some reason, you're like going against like Collected Company.
That doesn't knock you out. I mean, losing round 1 doesn't knock you out, but it definitely puts like a morale loss.
But there is
hard in your pocket.
Unlike Standard, where you could play Mardu Vehicles or Mardu Ballista or Green Black, and that's pretty much it.
Or Saheeli combo.
Or Saheeli combo. With a meta like that, you know, okay, I need to bring Fragmentize for Walking Ballista, I need to bring Shock for Saheeli combo, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be great for the day. And with Modern, you can plan to go against whatever deck, but because the meta is so diverse, there's a chance that you just don't get the right pairings. There's an RNG factor.
That, and you can't, we said it in an earlier video, you can't plan your sideboard for 10 different decks. Or you're going to be running
with Modern. You do get lucky
with
your pairings. You do get lucky. You could be like, I'm bringing Tormod's Crypt because, and Rest in Peace, because I'm not losing to Dredge today.
Right. The point
today
is,
we are not burning it at the stake. Show the card art.
Burn at the stake. Burn at the stake.
We are not.
I think.
Burn at the stake. We're not gonna ban Mox Opal. Affinity isn't even oppressive. Affinity went 21st in SCG Indianapolis.
And
it was an afterthought.
You know how many... There were 2...
And what does Affinity die to? Everything.
There were 2 burn decks in the top 32. Should we ban Goblin Guide?
I think we should.
We should ban Goblin Guide.
We need to burn him at the stake! Burn at the stake! Death Shadow. Burn at the stake! Ad nauseum. Burn at the stake! Fucking Merfolk. Someone probably played Merfolk.
I don't know. Probably Master of Tides or Master of Waves. What's his name?
Eidolon of the Great Revel. Burn Burn at the stake! Tarmogoyf!
Burn at the stake!
Wait, you can fatal push Tarmogoyf.
Oh, wait. Yeah, they did print fatal push.
Burn it at the stake!
Hey, burn fatal push at the stake!
What the hell?
Look.
Actually, let's buy fatal push a steak.
The point we're trying to make about burn at the stake
is that if you buy fatal push a steak, it won't be a mistake.
That was cute.
So let's go to the lake. We're going to have a cake.
And we'll use the rake.
Because my name is Jake.
Burn at the stake!
Ooh. Take it out back and kill it. Die, deck. I think it's really cool that people are finding a new deck. And, you know, I think, you know, just get over yourself. Stop being such a, you know, be a freaking pansy ass and figure out some way to beat it. Shit. Because it dies to everything.
Dropping it down, Jake Martitius.
God, you know?
That was good.
I don't know, man. I'm sick of it.
You gotta lay it down sometimes.
It's just silly to me.
It is. We're gonna end this episode like we end every episode and crack a pack. Today we talked about Modern Masters, so we're going to open a pack of Eternal Masters.
Uh-oh.
They didn't have any Modern Masters at the... whatever. Here we go.
Oh, good luck.
I got a carrion feeder!
Slow roll it.
Dude, I'm not even gonna open the rest.
There we go, we're done.
Carrion feeder. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. Moving past all this. Moving past it. Moving past it. Nope.
Oh, counterspell's cool. Milken.
Uncommon. Uncommon.
Slow roll it, slow roll it. Let it be a mana crypt or something. Oh, it's an Isochron Scepter. That is bad. Oh, God, slow roll the rare. Let it be something good, dear God. It's foil blue. It's a fucking... Oh, Phantom Monster.
How intense was that? How intense
Why does P
was it?
Have to look like a fucking
I
F?
went like this, and it was that far. How intense.
They do this on purpose, man.
How intense. Dog, it's a Phantom Monster. Guys. Sorry, we ate wings at the top of this, so we're a little spicy.
You're spicy.
Thank you again, as always. Hit like if you didn't like us. Hit dislike
if you disliked us.
If you disliked us. Wait, so they're gonna hit like regardless. Hit subscribe
if you want to subscribe to us.
You gotta be subscribed to get that
Erudesa giveaway.
Erudesa giveaway
at 500 subscribers
coming up. Hey, find us on Instagram, by the way, if you want some free booster packs. We're looking for 300 followers over there, and that's how you get entered, is be one of our 300.
We give you things.
Yeah, there you go. Past that, I'm tapped out. Are you tapped out?
I am so tapped out. I never felt this tapped out. 'Cause I am so tapped out. I cannot tap another out.
Yeah, maybe we should play on those first.
I don't think we should.
Fast forward 6 months. Our episode 6 months from now, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I had 100 SRAMs." Turns out SRAMs never.
Don't fucking do that.
I can't believe you've done this.
Don't do that.
I can't believe you've done this.
Just stop it.